Everyone, welcome to questions on formulae and equations. So our first question here is, what is the formula of chromium 3 sulfate? Now if it was me just making sure that I select the correct answer A through D, I'd just jot down a couple of things. So because I have chromium 3, so the Roman numerals in brackets there, that tells us the particular charge on the chromium. So example, the one you might be more familiar with is iron 2 and iron 3. So iron 2 would be Fe2+, and iron 3 would be Fe3+. So same thing here, but for chromium. So chromium 3 means we've got Cr3+, and then we have a sulfate, which hopefully we know is SO4 2-. Now what we've got to be able to do is decide what proportions of chromium and sulfate do we need in order for overall charge to be 0. So we need to think, going through A through D, which one of those is going to give us an overall charge of 0. So the answer to that would be C. So we have 2 lots of chromiums, which would be 3+. Then we have 3 lots of sulfate, which would be -2, -2, -2, gives us -6, +6, -6, gives us 0. So that's what we need to select for that one there. Second question, a molecule of an alkane has 24 carbon atoms. State the empirical formula of this alkane. Well, hopefully we know what our general formula is for alkanes, which is CnH2n+2, and then we can sub in the value of 24 for N, and then we find that the empirical formula is C12H25. Now, it does say empirical formula, so if we put 24 into there, it would be C24H50, because then 24 doubled is 48, plus 2 gives you 50. That would be the molecular formula. So make sure if it says empirical, if we have that, we can then divide everything by 2, gives us C12H25. Okay, next question, 3. It's asking us to write the equation for the reaction between aluminium and fluorine. Now, this is a relatively straightforward equation that you have to put together, but constructing equations tends to be something that people struggle with. So we're just breaking this down bit by bit. If we start with aluminium, we know that's Al. We know it's reacting with fluorine. Now, hopefully we know that fluorine is diatomic, meaning there's 2 atoms in one molecule of fluorine, so that's why the F2 is there. Then we put those together, it'd be AlF. So we're just sort of starting things off, we would kind of construct this together. The next bit, hopefully we'd realise that an aluminium has a 3+ charge, and a fluorine has a 1- charge. So when I'm looking at my product of aluminium fluoride, I need 1 aluminium and then 3 fluorines. That's why it's AlF3. Then once I have that, then I need to then go and make sure everything balances up. So then go and try and balance everything up, then hopefully we'd have a big 2 in front of the Al, 3 in front of the F2, and then a 2 in front of the AlF3. So that final one there would be our answer. Now you can just write that straight out. I've just shown you how, if you're unsure, you can slowly build things up. And the last one, it wants to suggest the formula of the ions present in this salt, which has a formula, empirical formula of H4N2O3. So not something we're too familiar with, but it's asking for ions. So the ions you'll be familiar with, just difficult if you can actually just see that that's what they're asking you for. So the 2 ions that we have, NH4+ and NO3-, there would be the 2 ions that make up that. If we put those together, it will then give us our empirical formula that we need. Okay, so that will do us for today on formulae and equations. See you next time.